Good evening, everybody. This is Brant Warren alongside Andre Brooks, and we are here to cover the severe weather in Louisiana right now. Andre has a page that is for Louisiana, and that's why I am assisting him tonight. Andre, say hello.
Hey, everyone.
All right, let's go ahead and start off with a severe thunderstorm warning. This is pretty close to Lake Charles. It's one of the major cities in Louisiana, so that's the reason we're going to cover this one first. It has a nice shape to it. We kind of look for that bow effect that causes the strong winds, and this storm has shown signs of that over the last hour or so. So as we go ahead and take a look at the warnings, go ahead.
And may I add, there is a severe thunderstorm warning that is west of me. A severe thunderstorm warning is in effect for East Baton Rouge Parish, Livingston Parish, Southern St. Helena, East Central Iberville, Southeastern East Feliciana, and Northern Ascension Parish until 6:30. Oh, okay, that's already expired. Never mind.
It just canceled. It just expired. So.
Yeah, so it already expired, so.
But that still is a strong storm. It's the main bulk of that is just east or southeast of Baton Rouge and just south of Livingston. So that still is a pretty strong storm. We're going to have to see if they're going to issue another severe thunderstorm warning or not. They may be taking a break because it is heading over some lakes. But still, the main part of that storm is heading toward Killian, Albany, Hammond, all the way just south of Independence. Now, so if you're in any of those cities, you need to be aware of this thunderstorm that is packing a pretty good punch. It has had some warning on it earlier, so we're going to go ahead and continue to watch that. We'll be back out here to our only one severe thunderstorm warning. I don't know how to pronounce half these, so Andre's going to go ahead and give you all of the parishes that are involved in this and counties.
Okay. Okay, this is for the severe thunderstorm warning that is near Lake Charles. It is in effect for Western Calahissue Parish, Northwestern Cameron, Southwestern Beauregard, Orange County in Texas, East Central Jefferson, South Jasper, and Southwestern Newton County until 7 p.m. Central District Time. And it says at 5:58 p.m. Central District Time, Doppler radar indicated a line of severe thunderstorms capable of producing large hail, up to ping pong ball size, and damaging winds in excess of 60 miles per hour. These storms were located along a line extending from East Central Gardens to near Groves and moving northwest at 40 miles per hour. And cities impacted include Beaumont, Lake Charles, Port Arthur, Sulphur, Orange, Nederland, Groves, Port Neches, Bridge City, West Orange, Vinton, Deweyville, Starks, Central Gardens, Mauriceville, Forest Heights, Orangefield, Devil's Pocket, Hartburg, and Bowler. So take cover and seek shelter now.
And I went ahead and put a storm track on it now. This is heading through mainly rural areas of these parishes. But again, I have the track up there that was from the other radar scope that I'm using on my iPad and my tablet, but you can see that the storm over the next 30 minutes is going to go just south of DeQuincy, and it's going to miss Lake Charles, but Lake Charles, you're going to see a lot of rain here because there is a lot of rain just to the south of you, and that is going to impact you, but I think the severe thunderstorm will remain just northwest of you for the main part. But this cell has weakened over the last couple of scans. I'm going to go ahead and back it up a bit so we can see the past scans. Now, as it was heading through Orange County, Texas, it was a lot stronger than what it is now. And as you can see, as soon as the frames load here, you can see that the bow is starting to deteriorate, and it's just becoming a normal thunderstorm. Now, as it was right over Orange, it had a very, very defined bow to it. It even had some pink in there, which probably indicates some hail or heavy, heavy rain. So as we back up the frames here, right over Orange County, sorry, I won't go back that far, but right over Orange County, you can see that the bow is right here, and that's indicating very strong outflow winds protruding from this thunderstorm. And probably a lot of wind near Vinton as the storm came through. It went right over Vinton, but I think this is the strongest part of the frames. As you can see right back here is kind of a hook, if you want to call it a backwards hook, and that does indicate winds in the inflow to this thunderstorm right here, and that's what's shoving the middle of this thunderstorm out, which creates the bow, which creates very strong winds, outflow winds from this thunderstorm. So currently, I only think we have one severe thunderstorm warning in effect now. There is a lot of rain and moisture coming off of the Gulf of Mexico, so that's what's creating most of these severe thunderstorms and fueling them today. I don't know if Andre, you have seen any rain today, but again, there is a strong thunderstorm just west of or east of Baton Rouge. That is, I think, heading somewhere toward you. So we're gonna have to watch that one too.
Yeah, because we have already seen 1 to 2 inches here already, and let me remind
I think
there is last week and with the rain we had today. So please be prepared if a flash flood warning is in effect.
Yeah, that's another thing that I wanted to mention is the ground is already saturated with some places getting over 5 inches of rain this last week, and that is a very large amount of rain to be putting down in one area. That's created the ground that is very saturated already, getting more water on it. That water is just going to puddle on top of it really, really easily, and that's what causes some of the flooding. I think most of the flooding will be inland because near the Gulf of Mexico coast, you get those runoffs that those little dips that creates the runoff, and that allows it to drain properly. But up in these low-lying areas, I know we have some hills down here, and that causes the main part of the water to be concentrated because it rolls off the hill into one area, and that's where you can get that ponding. So even though there's not flash flood warnings in effect, you could likely be seeing some ponding down here just around Livingston, heading over toward Hammond and Albany and Killian. You got a very, very large amount of rain heading towards you. Severe thunderstorm warning is not on this storm, but we're going to have to continue to watch this cell because this cell has been fluctuating in strength. That means getting stronger and weakening, getting stronger and weakening. It's in this weakening stage right now, but that could all change in a couple of minutes. Andre?
And we, have a significant weather advisory from the National Weather Service, and this is on the same cell that Brant was just referring to, and it can have hail up to dime size and winds of excess of 40 miles per hour. So if I lose power, please check into Brant for more information.
And this storm actually went through Baton Rouge, and when it did go through Baton Rouge, it did have a severe thunderstorm warning on it, I do believe. But as you can see, it's just below the criteria of severe thunderstorm warning. So this is a still very strong thunderstorm. Just because it doesn't have a warning on it doesn't mean it's not strong. This is just now below severe limits. And we're actually going to go ahead and take a look at the hail product here, and we'll be able to tell. This is so as you can see, the storm the hail size has greatly diminished. As you can see, if we go back a couple of frames, you can see where we're seeing that pink and that yellow and that red, and now we're only seeing dark greens, which indicates the storm has weakened tremendously. But still, a strong thunderstorm. I think Andre said quarter-sized hail, so that could do some damage to your vehicle. It could leave some dents. We're not talking about windshield bashing hail, but we could be seeing large enough hail to do some damage to any person that is outside, and any cars that are outside, and even animals. But you can see about 7:03 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. That's 6:03 p.m. East Central District Time. You can see we were seeing the pinks, and as it headed over Old Jefferson, you can see some whites in there, and that indicates very large hail. That's the damaging hail. As you can see it down here, it's up on the top scale here, so that's as far as the radar will let us determine how big the hail size is. I'm going to go ahead and let this play here, and as you can see, the storm has weakened tremendously over the last 30 minutes. But that does not mean it's a strong. It's not a strong cell. As you can see, it's still packing a lot of rain as we switch back to reflectivity. It's just a lot of rain in here, and we mentioned that the ground is already saturated, and that could lead to flooding really quickly. It's right over Livingston right now, just about to head into Killeen, Springfield, and Albany, all the way up to Montpelier.
Montpelier.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't know how to say that. But again, this storm is just east of Baton Rouge, and it's heading toward Independence, Montpelier, Livingston, Killeen, and just about to enter the cities of Springfield and Albany. So just a lot of rain. As you can see, we were seeing the pinks back here, but yet that has subsided. But this storm could fire back up, as you can see in the front of this storm. Some moisture has accumulated ahead of the storm, and that's going to, if this main part of the storm is moving faster, that's going to converge, and that's going to give that storm a lot more energy to work with, and that ergo makes it stronger. So as we head back to our severe thunderstorm warning, this goes for another, I don't think it's that long. The storm has weakened tremendously. It goes for another 18 minutes, but I do think they will cancel this early. Or at least get an updated post on it. But this whole cluster of storms has weakened tremendously from when the severe thunderstorm warning was issued. So I'm going to go ahead and stop the radar here, and as you can see, right back in here we had the bow effects, and this is indicates that the storm is getting a lot of inflow here, pushing the storm very fast out, causing strong winds in this area as the storm went along. But if we fast forward it to now, as you can see, that bow has kind of dissipated, and it is just now a regular thunderstorm. So, but the main concern tonight is strong winds. So we're going to take a look at the hail product for western Louisiana, west southern Louisiana, if that makes any sense. As you can see, the storm did have a lot of hail on it, but again, it has weakened as it has headed northwest, and we're barely even seeing some oranges on it now. So that indicates the cell has weakened tremendously, and it's unlikely we will see another severe thunderstorm warning issued.
So, everyone, with this type of situation, please be prepared for any weather watches that may be posted tonight. Storm Prediction Center doesn't currently have any watches in effect, but I wouldn't be surprised with all the warnings we've had to allow them to issue a severe thunderstorm watch for tonight. The tornado threat has diminished somewhat, but it's still advised to, watch for any isolated tornadoes, because that is still a threat. So I will give this out of 10, I will give it a 3 for a chance of tornado. But like I said, the damaging winds and hail is going to be the main threat, along with the heavy rainfall. So please be prepared for this, because this could lead to dangerous ponding on the road. I will be keeping you posted on any school closings that may happen tomorrow, and I'll post those on the page Ohio Valley Weather Center, as well as on my status, Andre Brooks. So please be prepared when you see any type of report.
I also just put a track on this. I want to go ahead and talk about some of the cities that are going to be impacted on this. I do have a track up, and that 5 is not looking like a 5. There, it's 15 minutes, 35 minutes, and 45 minutes. So as this crosses, I don't know what interstate that is, but the interstate is going to start heading into rural areas of the county, or of the parish, and it's not going to affect as many people. So we're looking at Hammond, Tickfaw, Independence, and in the next 15 minutes. But as we head into 30 and 40, as you can see, the storm somewhat goes into rural areas of the parish and not as affecting as many people. But we do, it's right over Killian now, Springfield and Albany. You are starting to see rain. You're going to go ahead and see that rain for another 10 to 20 minutes as the storm progresses. Now, Andre, I just want to get a location of where you are. What city are you in?
I am in Hammond, Louisiana, and I am north about 40 to 50 miles north of New Orleans as a row marker. And also, so we had a lot of severe weather earlier, and the storm reports from the Storm Prediction Center, we have had 1 tornado reported, 39 wind reports, and 11 hail reports. And that tornado was reported along the South Shore where I am, located at. So this could, happen again tonight, just depending on how much instability we get. Because after those storms passed by from this morning, we barely had any sunshine. We had a little bit, so that might have created a little instability for possible rotation. So please be prepared for any tornado warnings, any severe thunderstorm warnings, or any watches in general. So please be prepared now.
And just to clarify, you are just about 7 miles west or east of Albany. You are in Hammond?
That's correct.
Okay. So this storm is heading towards you, so we're going to have to get some storm reports for you so we can see what's going on here. Radar doesn't always tell us the true story of what's going on. So we're going to go ahead and get some reports as in the next 15 minutes as it heads toward Andre. He's going to be our eye in the sky here to give us some reports. But again, this cell continues to weaken. I think the strongest part of this cell right now is just south of Killian. No warning on this right now, but the storm is continuing to weaken. That's telling me that it's getting into more stable air. As Andre mentioned, we did have a little bit of sunshine in this area, but mostly cloudy. So that's created somewhat of a barrier between instability and stability. So that's something to keep in mind. The more unstable air this storm has to work with, and the less rain this area has received, that allows that thunderstorm to become stronger and stronger. But we're dealing with a lot less instability that we would like to see for severe thunderstorms. And again, Andre said they had rain earlier today in part of this area. So that's also allowing the thunderstorms to become a little bit weaker. Now, we just got the new scan, and I'm going to go ahead and pause it here. As you can see, it is just about to enter Hammond. The leading edge of this is just 2 miles west of Hammond. So, Andre, looks like you're going to get into a little bit of red here. I don't anticipate any power outages because, again, the storm doesn't have much wind on it. I'm going to go ahead and check the wind product here and see. Now, I think the main part of the wind will stay just south of Killian. As I said, that's where the strongest part of this thunderstorm is. It is starting to pick up wind, so we may see the southern part of this storm have another severe thunderstorm warning issued for it. But again, it is heading over a body of water that's giving it a little more fuel to work with, moisture in the air, and that's allowing this southern part of the storm to become stronger. So as you can see, that it's right over the lake where the most intense part is, so that's confirming my theory that it's having a little bit more moisture to work with. So as we head back to that severe thunderstorm warning, it has been allowed to expire. We do have a new severe thunderstorm warning in effect. This is going to be for extreme southern Louisiana. This is just south of Louisiana. This has just come off the Gulf of Mexico, and here's the storm right now. I have no idea how to pronounce those, so I'm going to go ahead and pass it over to Andre, but this goes until 8:30.
Okay, these parishes include southeastern Lafourche Parish and also southeastern Terrebonne Parish. and that goes into 7:30. And man, it's getting dark out here.
Yeah. Actually, if you could take a picture and send it to us, I'll try to get it up on air here. But Andre, that storm is just I do believe it's just about over you now. This last scan was 2 minutes ago, so by my calculations, it's just about less than a mile away from you now. I'm calculating a mile. I can't even read that. A mile, 1.5 miles away from you. So it's approaching you fast, but again, it's not severe. But this new storm down here is severe, so that's why we're watching this cell more than the other one right now. But this is just southwest of Dulac, and that is heading ultimately in about. I'm gonna get the track up here. At about 8:25, it's gonna head toward Cutoff, just south of La Rose, and near Galeona. Sorry, I couldn't read that there for a second. But again, this storm is severe, thunderstorm warned. And Andre, can you go ahead and repeat what parishes these are for?
It is for southeastern Lafourche and southeastern Terrebonne.
Okay, so I have no idea how to say that, but what Andre just said, if you're in those southern part of those counties, seek shelter. Now heading back up to where Andre is now, just to give you a bearing of where he is. It is starting to rain. I estimate at his house right now. He lives in Hammond. That is just about 7 miles east of Albany. This storm is packing a lot of rain. No severe thunderstorm warning on it yet. We say yet because that could change as the storm has fluctuated in strength this evening. So we're going to go ahead and continue to watch this, and if the storm does turn severe, we will let you know in a heartbeat. And it is just about to enter Hammond, Andre. It's just a very heavy rain in this, a lot of rain in this thunderstorm. You know, the southern part is, as it's heading over that lake, it's now developing, it's actually strengthening. It now has a little bit of pink in there, and let's see what the radar is indicating on hail size as this updates here. This image is currently 22 minutes old, so as we get the update in here, and just to clarify, it is, sorry, this is the body of water we are talking about right now. I don't know what the lake that is because I'm not very familiar with this area, so I do apologize about that. But as you can see,
it's like
yeah, what Andre just said. But as you can see, the cell has strengthened as it's headed over the body of water. You can see we're seeing some of the darker oranges, which next leads to red, and then it's pink and white. So if this storm does get some more moisture out of the system, I do think that it will become in the severe category, if not very large hail, just under the severe criteria. And Andre, can we go ahead and check if we do have a special weather statement?
Let's see. Hang on a second. We do have a special weather statement for the cell that I'm in. It might have been yeah. It's until 7:15 p.m. Central District Time for St. Tammany, Southern Tangipahoa, Eastern Livingston, Northwestern St. John the Baptist. And it says a line of strong thunderstorms along the line extending near Livingston near Whitehall is moving east at 45 miles per hour. Time size hail and winds of excess 40 miles per hour is possible. Okay, very good, Andre. And I was going to see, just to get you a bearing here, Andre is right here, so he is about over this red here. This image is 2 minutes old, so I wouldn't doubt if that red part is over him right now, which isn't hail. We're not seeing too much of the hail out of this system as we did about an hour ago. But we are starting to see a lot of rain with the system we've been seeing. I take that back. We are seeing a lot of rain with this system as it's heading over Andre, but it has weakened.
a lot from about 30 minutes ago. As I'm going to go ahead and roll back some frames here, and as you can see, if when it loads here, this cell has continued to weaken as it's headed northeast. So as we back it up here, you can see this is probably the strongest storm. You can see a lot of reds here, but as it heads over, you can see some of those, most of the reds disappear. So that indicates to us the cell is weakening. But still be alert that there is a lot of rain. As it's heading over this body of water, you can start to see some pink mix in here, and that's indicating probably hail with the system. This is image is current. Sorry, it's 10 minutes old. As you can see, as the cell is headed over the body of water, it's kind of picked up more of that aloft air, and that's what creates the hailstones in the air. But this storm down here is the one we're concerned of right now that has a severe thunderstorm warning on it. It is just about to hit the city of Dulac, and we're going to go ahead and get the warnings up on this now. As you can see, the hail core, it's not very pronounced. I am seeing sort of a weak hail core, not a super strong one that would produce this baseball-sized hail that has happened in some of the Texas storms the last couple of days. They did have a report of a softball-sized hail, and that, Andre, I don't know if you've ever seen that large of hail, but we can guess that softballs in the form of ice can do a lot of damage.
It sure can. Yeah, I've seen a bunch of lightning strikes just now. It was pretty strong lightning strikes. Yeah, so everyone be prepared for this storm, and like I said, me and Brant will continue covering this overnight. So, Brant, do you have any other thing to add?
No, but I want to go ahead and say hello to our one viewer that is on air right now with us. Just share this with your friends if any of them are down here, because we are going to be continuing through at least the next hour covering this severe weather for you. And Andre, I did get your photos, but sadly I'm unable to get them up to our screen right now. So if you want to go ahead and post it on Facebook, that might work better. You can see the cell is weakening.
You said on our page?
Yeah, on your page.
On my page, okay.
But again, this cell that was over Baton Rouge, that is heading toward, it's actually over Andre right now. Andre, you're over the bulk of it right now. So conditions will only improve for you, but there is just a lot of rain to work with. The system has to work with. As you can see, all the rain that is coming off the Gulf of Mexico, just a large amount of precipitation, and that's going to cause major flooding concerns, as some of this area has received almost 5 inches of rain in the last week. Andre, I don't know what you said you received, but I do know that it's probably a large amount that could lead to flooding concerns.
Mm-hmm. Like I said, it's a lot of, we got heavy rain coming on now, so it's getting kind of bad. Really bad.
Okay, Andre, we'll come back up to your location in a minute, but I want to go ahead and take a look at this severe thunderstorm warning that is in effect still. This is for, gotta say, I'm gonna go ahead and try this, Andre. It might not be good, but the Fourche and Terrebonne.
The Fourche and Terrebonne, yes.
Yeah. Perishes until 8:30. This does go for another 30 minutes. And as you can see, that the hail core of that, it might just stay just south of Dulac, but it is heading very close to Dulac right now. You're going to start seeing some rain, and it's just going to get worse from there for you in Dulac. But as we head up to Chevin, that is the main part of that cell should stay just south of you. but I wouldn't. I would advise you just to be aware of some heavy rain that could be heading your way. And Andre, I think the main threat today is actually flooding. I did hear the Weather Channel talk about how much rain that some of these parts have received, and anywhere upward to 5 to 6 inches in some of these areas. Now that is a lot of rain in a week to deal with. I know if we had that here, our stream, our creek would be over my house right now. So just so much water to deal with. And that leads to major flooding concerns.
Yep, and also with all this rain, it helped benefit the drought, though. That's one thing it did do good.
Yes, but I kind of, that brings up a good point. I kind of want to mention here that when you're in a drought, the soil is not used to all the water, so it doesn't absorb it that fast. And when you get so much rain on it at once, it ponds up on top of the ground where it slowly seeps in. But when you get this periods of rain and just rain and more rain and rain, that's when you start seeing flooding becoming a concern, because it's raining more than the ground is absorbing. And that is that does lead to some very severe flooding concerns. So I want to go ahead and take a look at this. Looks like the southern part of the cell is starting to see a bow echo forming. I want to go ahead and check the winds. That'll tell us. And there is some green in there. There is some strong winds, probably upward to about 20 miles per hour, somewhere in there. And the dark green, you could be seeing up to 30 miles per hour. So just be advised if you're on the southern part of this, heading toward Madisonville and Covington and Avetta Springs. So we'll go ahead and see what the Weather Service wants to issue with that. But there is just so much rain in this area. I'll back out so you can see the bigger picture of this. As you can see, just a lot of rain to work with. And this, the storms out in front of this benefit more because they have the unstable air. But the more rain you get, the more stable the atmosphere gets. The cooler the temperature gets, the more stable the atmosphere gets. So the storms that are heading, that are on this lead batch that is heading anywhere from Independence all the way south to just northeast of, or west of New Orleans. Those cells are going to have the most advantage in this because they are coming into the area where the most of the rain hasn't been all day, and that's where the most unstable air is. And that's where the strongest thunderstorms could form. Taking a look back. So go ahead, Andre.
So everyone be prepared because we may have a watch posted later on tonight if conditions are right. Because I'm about to check the storm prediction and see if they are going to have mesoscale discussion on this area. Because the rain is falling hard. We have seen multiple severe thunderstorm warnings this afternoon, early evening. So just be prepared whenever watch posted.
I want to bring up an interesting point here, Andre. I can actually hear the rain outside your window right now. So I don't know if it's strong enough for them to hear it. But I want to go ahead and do a quick reset here as we have just passed the 8 o'clock hour now. Just to recap, we do have a severe thunderstorm warning in effect for the Fonche and Terrebonne parishes until 8:30. So this goes for another 30 minutes. We're talking about this cell that is just south of Dulac, and it has shown signs of strengthening and weakening, as you can see on those last scans. You can see that the pink has kind of disappeared on the last scan, but it has appeared just south of Dulac. In Dulac, you're probably seeing a lot of rain right now out of this. And that is just on the coast, and this is why probably this storm has benefited so much, is because all of that moisture off the Gulf of Mexico it has a direct tap to it because it is right on the coastline. That's what's continuing to keep this storm at a severe strength. So we're going to go ahead and take a look. We're going to go ahead into a detailed analysis of this storm. First, it's the hail product. As you can see, where you see that pink, could be seeing larger than quarter-sized hail out of this. As many of you know, quarter-sized hail just around there is, I think, just larger than that is severe, considered severe hail, and the severe thunderstorm warning would be issued now. They did issue it for the hail mostly, but they also did include in their winds 60 miles per hour. And as we go ahead and update this here, the wind is kind of hard to pick out as we're getting far away from the radar site here. As it updates, we'll go ahead and, as you can see, that pink, the pink means the radar can't tell what's going on. It's just hard to tell how much wind is in there. So I do think they issued it for the hail size, which the hail size is diminishing over the last couple scans, which is good, Andre.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but again, the main threat for tonight is damaging winds, possible hailstones, and heavy rain. And so far around my area today, we have picked up almost 2 inches of rain. So this is going to be a problem for the roads. So just be prepared if any school closings may happen. I'm going to check my school board website to see if we have any school closings. And would you want to analyze more on that storm that's in Lafourche and Terrebonne Parish right now?
Yes. And as you can see, the line between these two counties, two parishes here, are right along this line right here. So, it's still in. I'm not familiar with this area, so again, I do apologize, but I think that is Lafourche. Yeah, this does include Lafourche and Terrebonne parishes until 8:30 p.m. This storm has intensified and weakened as many of the storms here have today, but this storm does have an advantage over all the other ones. It does have a direct tap to the Gulf of Mexico moisture, and that thus allowing it to keep intensifying. And right over Dulac right now is where we're seeing, maybe just southeast of Dulac is where we're seeing that main part of that cell right now. And we have lost Andre Brooks. I'm going to go ahead and try to get him back right now. Here we go. Hey, Andre, you're back.
Yes, I lost you for a minute. I don't know what happened, but I think it dealt with the connection with severe weather as we are covering right now. So this is going to be some issues if everything is, continuing to deteriorate.
And I do want to mention that, Andre, you were just about out of the rain for this portion of the storm, but there is another cell forming right just north of French Settlement and Port Vincent. That is where that cell is forming, and that's heading towards Springfield and ultimately Hammond. But this storm is moving much slower than all the other ones. About in 20 minutes, we're going to go ahead and see that past the Springfield area that could impact you, Andre. But there's just a lot more moisture back here to work with, and that is near the cities of Lafayette and Baton Rouge is one of the Lafayette. That's where, and just New Orleans. I don't know if they have seen a lot of rain here or anything yet, but you are seeing some downpours right now. But there is a lot more to work with, and we'll continue to cover this right now. The severe thunderstorm warning, it is getting ready to move out of Lafourche County, Lafourche Parish in about another, I would say, about 5 to 6 minutes now. So this storm is moving at a pretty good clip. It is moving at 48 knots per hour. So we are going to head and keep an eye on that. And I gotta go ahead and step off here. My mouth is getting a bit dry, so you can take over for a little bit.
Okay, everyone. So I'm going to tell you which areas are in a severe thunderstorm warning. Just give me 1 moment, please. Just to recap. Hang on, y'all. Being a little slow. So let me go check it out. Alright, so we have a severe thunderstorm warning for southeastern Lafourche and southeastern Terrebonne. It's in effect until 7:30. And that is all for now. We're going to continue having a sharp eye on it. And just a reminder about flooding is that you turn around, don't drown. Don't go into flooded roadways. Even 2 feet of water, it may sound small, but it can push your car with brute force. So be very, very careful. If you don't have to go out and do what you need to do, just wait until at least tomorrow evening for this, because this is going to continue through tomorrow morning, through tomorrow afternoon. And the flash flood watch is again posted until 1 p.m. tomorrow afternoon. So please be prepared.
I just want to recap here. There is a flash flood watch in effect.
Which I already mentioned.
Okay. I just wanted to confirm that with you, just in case I didn't hear that right.
Yeah, so what are you going to tell the public about?
My voice is starting to go here, so I don't know how much longer I can do this, honestly, but I didn't prep my voice.
We can end it now. We can end it now. It'd be okay.
I kind of want to stay on until this severe thunderstorm warning is at least gone, and then I'll do a quick update on everything. But as you can see, we're watching that severe thunderstorm. As you can see, it is intensifying. It does have a direct tap to the Gulf of Mexico moisture, and so the area that I have circled in blue, I'm going to go ahead and circle it again, outlined in blue. There's a circle. Right in this area is where we're seeing the strongest hail size, and I am measuring almost upward to 59.9 kgm, kg. So that's pretty sizable hail, and that's the reason that we do have a severe thunderstorm warning in effect. But this is just about to move out of Lafourche Parish into Terrebonne Parish completely, and I estimate
some areas that we are most.
I don't know what that was, but I do apologize for that. But wow, that storm has really picked up on the last scan. Very, very large hail in the white area that you see here. Could be looking upward to $half sized hail in some of that areas, and that is just pretty. I'm gonna go ahead and do the calculations here. It is just about 10 miles southeast of Dulac now, and that'll be heading into Terrebonne Parish in the about the next 10 minutes. Andre?
Mm-hmm.
You want to go ahead and talk about anything?
So guys, let me tell you about my day with this severe weather. As you may know, I am in 11th grade. And at school today, we had a tornado warning that was in effect from about 9:50 to 10:30 Central District time. And what this it had the administration of the school to have us all in the hallway, and things were just crazy. You know, we had rotation. I even thought we had a tornado reported in Ponchatoula with the strong rotation that it had initially. Also, that later that day, we were under a high wind warning, and it caused a bunch of problems too. So it just blew my mind when the wind was starting to howl, and we had a power outage for about 2 minutes. So it calmed down for about a good 2-3 hours, and it began again. And now we're here covering the severe weather in the heavy rain.
Yes, good description there, Andre, but very good. But I want to go ahead and take a look at the next scan that is about to come in the next 2 minutes, or from now, or the next 2 minutes. That will give us another hail product scan, and I do believe we're going to see even larger hail out of this next scan, as we saw out of this scan.
I would not be surprised if we had a flash flood warning for our area, just depending on how heavy the rain will get. And it's going to get heavy very soon with all this rain that's coming from the coast. And like I said, we got 14 minutes to go with the severe thunderstorm warning, and I believe it's going to stop. So.
And I just want to clarify something. I was going by my time standards, and I do apologize. That goes until 7:30 p.m. Central District time. Up in the corner here is my Eastern District time, and that's what I run on. So that's why I said until 8:30. But I do want to clarify that goes until 7:30 p.m. Central Daylight Time for Vafonche and Terrebonne parishes. Again, that goes until 7:30 p.m.
And let me see how much rain, according to AccuWeather. This is where I get all my rain gauges and stuff from. Let's see how much rain we got for the month. Let's see. We have gotten 8 inches and 8.21 inches of rain throughout this whole month. So we come from drought to deluge in just a few weeks. And Brant, would you excuse me? I'm gonna go take me a little break to the bathroom, so I'll be back.
Okay, and I just posted something to our chat. Coverage is ending at 8:30, so we have another good 12 minutes here on air until this severe thunderstorm expires. And recapping what Andre said, I do think they will let this one expire. High vertical integrated liquid. The new scan is coming in here. It comes in every 10 minutes. So if the new scan would come in here and cooperate, I do think we're going to see this weekend again, and we did. And this is as of 8:12 p.m., so this is quite a ways back, about 6 minutes back now. But as you can see, the storm is weakening again. I'm going to go ahead and let the hail product loop here. And again, once you see those purples and those whites is where you're going to see the strongest, largest hail. And that was located just southeast of Dulac a little bit ago. Again, this goes until 7:30 p.m. The operator indicated a severe thunderstorm capable of producing quarter-sized hail 12 miles west of Dulac. Now, this was a long time ago. This is about, actually, it was quite a long time ago. I would say about 45 minutes ago. And actually, the loop does not go back far enough in this storm to show you where they issued the severe thunderstorm. But as we back up here, you can see the pinks, and then it started to grow larger, and this is where I was concerned of it right here, getting upward into the 70 km g to this m to the second, which that this meteorological math that determines how large of an area we are seeing out of that, how large the particles are up in the air, and that's why we get the hail products that we do. I do think they will allow this severe thunderstorm warning to expire. Once again, the storm is heading solely into Terrebonne County. Here, it will completely cross over in the next 5 minutes. This storm is moving at 44 knots per hour. So I give it about 5 more minutes before it is completely in Terrebonne County. And we will stop our coverage from there.
All right. All right, Brant, you did a good job. Thank you so much.
You are very welcome. We still have 10 minutes left in our coverage, so Andre, if you want to go ahead and say anything else, keep people alert on what to expect here.
I don't know.
We're going to go ahead and take a look at one of the cool products that they added in the last update they sent around the country to these NextRads, and it is the Storm Total Surface Accumulation. Total Storm Surface Rainfall. And we're seeing somewhere up in these yellow areas, we're seeing upwards of 2 inches of rain in these yellow parts, and this was in the last day or so, or excuse me, last 12 hours. So this is before this severe weather started up in this area. And again, I do apologize for my chair squeaking. But we are continuing with one severe thunderstorm warning. It has it's just about to cross another 3 minutes into Terrebonne County, and once that does expire, we will be heading off the air for this evening. Thank you all for tuning in to us, and even if you're viewing this after the fact, I just want to say thank you for watching us. And this is solely for pages and viewers that are live, but I do want to go ahead and thank the people that are viewing it afterward. I know I did one yesterday, and I was astonished when I got 17 views, which doesn't sound like a lot, but when 17 people view that coverage for that long, it really means a lot to us. And go ahead and give us feedback on one of our pages, or go ahead and let us know what you think by messaging us. Go ahead and message Andre Brooks or me, Brant Michael Warren, and let us know how we did. If you're seeing this at a later date, go ahead and let us know how we did, because we are always open to improvements. Again, we are established as a new team. We were established about 20 days ago, so we're still very new to this type of broadcasting. But there has been a lot of severe weather, and that has permitted us to be on doing videos for quite a long time. I think we have been doing this for almost 10 days now, and 2 weeks ago we actually did our first coverage. But I just want to thank you all for watching us. Sometimes I feel like we kind of do this for nothing, but after the fact, go ahead and comment on our video and tell us how we did, because we badly want to hear from you to let us know how we can improve our broadcast to be more professional. What you think we need to fix. Just let us know. We really appreciate seeing that, and we read every single one, every single word of every message you send to us. So I just want to say again, thank you for everybody that has viewed us and is going to view us after the fact. Continue watching us, and I don't like to do this very often, but there is a subscribe button somewhere below me or above me when you're watching this. I think it's below me. But go ahead and subscribe, and when we do go on air, you will get those email alerts, I do believe, where you can go, and you'll get the alert when we do go on air so you can join us live. And, it just means a lot to us when you watch us. We don't do this for nothing, so we wouldn't be here without you guys.
And I'm back, Brant. So we still have the severe thunderstorm warning for 5 more minutes. So I want to let everyone know that you can always like our page if you want to. It'd be our honor if you do, because this page is going to be a guide and a tool for y'all for the weather ahead. Even if, we're not in the Ohio Valley currently today with this coverage, if you ever plan to travel down here, you'll have your forecast ready. And just,
I think we're having some problems with Andre's audio there. But also, you go to our Facebook page, Ohio Valley Weather Center, and there is a web address you can go to on our cover photo that leads us to our website that all of us are a part of. And it's a Science of Weather that I do I will have one out every 2 days, or depending on how much work I need to put into it, every day. But you can go there and learn about thunderstorms. I know in the next week I have how do thunderstorms form, what do they need to form, and I do have some stuff upcoming about tornadoes too. So tornadoes are always very interesting to learn about, and I know probably most of you don't trust me because I'm turning 16 in 2 days, so I'm still very new to this. I have been doing this for severe weather coverage for 4 years now, so I do know a lot about weather, and I do plan on being a meteorologist. I'm going to interview Andre here, and we have a new severe thunderstorm warning in effect. I'm going to go ahead and get the warnings up. This is for Jefferson, Lafourche, and Terrebonne counties. This goes until 9 o'clock p.m. We're not going to stay on this here for this. But I want to go ahead and take a look at the hail product, and that'll tell us. I almost guarantee we're going to see some whites in here, and that will indicate very large hail. But I want to take this time, now that the weather is calming down and we are about to go off the air, and there's the white I'm talking about. That's where you could see the largest hail, and then also that pink area. We could be seeing something larger than quarter-sized hail, which indicates severe thunderstorm strength. So again, thank you so much, all of you, for listening to us. And I know most of you don't watch us when we're on. We currently have 0 viewers on right now, but just thank you for everybody that has helped us. And as I mentioned below, go ahead and click the subscribe button. So I'm not doing that for my benefit. I'm doing it for your benefit, so you will get the email alert when we do go on air. So, Andre, just a lot of things to talk about today in Louisiana. And I think we don't have Andre here, so just backing out to the regional view, we do have a minute left in our broadcast. Severe thunderstorm warning does remain in effect for Jefferson, Lafourche, and Terrebonne parishes. I think I said counties earlier. I do apologize for that, but parishes until 8 o'clock p.m. Central District time. So Gold Meadow, you were all in the path of this, and Grand Island, you were also in the path of this thunderstorm. This thunderstorm, I want to get the exact wording here. It was 7 miles southwest of South Meadow, or 8 miles southwest of Galino. So I keep on pronouncing that wrong here, but again, I'm not familiar with this area. So we, as capable of producing quarter-sized hail, the storm is located 7 miles southwest of Golden Meadow, or 8 miles southwest of Galino. So, and moving east at 40 miles per hour. So that is a thunderstorm that's moving at a pretty good clip. It's going to be off the mainland and into the Gulf of Mexico around 8:53. So that's the reason that the severe thunderstorm warning does go into. That is 7:50. Right? 7:53 for you guys. So, you know, I'm sorry. I now do realize that I did the entire broadcast wrong. This is, I'm not used to saying Central Daylight Time, and everything on my screen is in Eastern Standard Time. So that's why we are, I get a lot of stuff confused. But, Andre Brooks, are you there? Okay. He is not there, so I'm going to go ahead and end the broadcast here. It is 8:30. Once again, we have a severe thunderstorm warning in effect for the following counties, or parishes in Louisiana: Jefferson, Lafourche, I don't know how to say that, but I've been saying it different throughout the whole broadcast, and Terrebonne counties until 8 o'clock p.m. Central District time. Now, that storm, the hail core of that storm was located, actually, I don't even have to look at the location. It's right here where I'm circling, where you can see that pink. That's where the largest hail is. And just get a calculation on here. It is 4.5 miles southwest of Golden Meadows. So just stay tuned to us. We're going to go ahead and keep an eye on all of this today. And the main threat, once again, is hailstones, and flooding is the main concern. And I'm going to go ahead and get one more look back to the west here. And as this image updates, sorry, it's 53 minutes old. So as you can see, some very heavy rain about to move into Lafayette, Louisiana. So just be advised that there is a lot of rain moving your way. And again, the main concern is flooding and hailstones this evening. So keep it tuned to us. We will keep you updated on all of the flood warnings and severe weather warnings. Like, go ahead and go to Andre's page, or go ahead and give us a like at Ohio Valley Weather Center. We are currently expanding our coverage area every so often, and we hope to include Andre's area in the coming months. So for Andre Brooks, I am Brant Warren. Thank you so much for joining us. Again, subscribe below. So I'm not doing that for my benefit, but for your benefit. You'll get the email alert when we are online. But again, for Andre Brooks, I'm Brant Warren. Thank you so much for joining us, and have a good day. Stay safe.